Hello dear students, NCERT textbook exercises of chapter number 11, Force and Pressure. Question number 1 is give two examples each of situations in which you push or pull to change the state of motion of objects. In this question, write down two examples in which you push or pull to change the state of motion. First example is very simple, it's from your daily life. We push the door or window to open it. Okay, this is the first example where we are pushing an object to change its state of motion. Okay, and second one is the example of pulling. Best pulling example is when you pull the bucket filled with water, or when you pull a bucket from the well. There are so many examples of pushing and pulling near your surroundings. You can code other examples also here. Okay, it depends upon your comfort or your easiness. So you can give a variety of examples here. Give two examples of situations in which applied force causes a change in the shape of an object. Now here we are applying force to change the shape of an object. Okay. Very good example you see in your kitchens daily. When we apply force to the mixture of wheat, flour and water in order to make dough. Okay, this is the best example where we are applying the force, and initially it is in the powdered form, wheat flour, and finally when we add some water into it and apply force of our muscles, it converts into a different shape. Now it is more dense. Okay, it is known as dough. Again we can make chapatis by rolling this. Again we are changing the shape. Okay, fill in the blanks in the following statements. To draw water from a well, we have to dash at the rope. So what we have to do when we draw water from a well? Very easy. We have to pull the rope. Okay, we have to apply force at the rope. Which one? Muscular force. Okay. A charged body dash an uncharged body. Sorry. So here comes attracts. Okay. To move a loaded trolley, we have to dash it. We have to push it. Okay. The north pole of a magnet repels the north pole of the another magnet because like poles repel each other. This is the property of magnet, that unlike poles they attract, and like poles they always repel each other. Now next question number 4 is an archer stretches her bow while taking aim at the target. She then realizes the arrow which begins to move towards the target. Based on this information, fill up the gaps in the following statements using the following terms. Now, muscular, contact, non-contact, gravity, friction, shape, attraction. Use all these terms to fill the blanks. To stretch the bow, the archer applies a force that causes a change in its. So what is changed over here? Shape. Okay. The force applied by the archer to stretch the bow is an example of dash force, muscular force. Obvious hai. This is the muscular force applied by archer. The type of force responsible for a change in the state of motion of the arrow is an example of a dash force. Which one? Contact force. While the arrow moves towards its target, the forces acting on it are due to dash and that due to dash of air. This is due to gravity and that due to friction of air. Okay, very simple, Phillips. Next is question number 5. In the following situations, identify the agent exerting a force and the object on which it acts. State the effect of the force in each case. Squeezing a piece of lemon between the fingers to extract its juice. What happens here? Agent is what? Here, agent is your uh, fingers. And what about object? Object is a piece of lemon. Then what would be the effect of this? The effect of squeezing is what? You will find that lemon juice comes out from the lemon. Okay, this is the result. This is the effect. Effect means what is the result? So form of lemon would changed. Okay, now the liquid comes out from the lemon, which result in the change of the shape. Okay, the form of lemon juice being expelled out. You can write in this way also. By squeezing the lemon. Okay, this would be the result of squeezing. Taking out paste from a toothpaste tube, agent is now here hands, because we are using hands to do this. Okay, hand of the person is the agent. And what would be the object? Object is here obvious, very simple answer, toothpaste. Okay, paste tube is the object. And what about effect? The paste comes out. Very simple. You can write many questions like this. A load suspended from a spring while its other end is on a hook fixed to a wall. Now, what is the agent over here? Agent is the load suspended. Okay, it works like an agent. And object is very simple, spring. And what would be the effect of load suspended on spring? That is elongation of spring. On suspension of load. An athlete making a high jump to clear the bar at a certain height. Now here agent is athlete's limbs. Okay, then object is the bar from where he has to jump bar at height. Now, what would be the effect or the result of this? That ultimately the athlete is going to make a jump. Athlete jumps successfully. So, in this way, you can write down, you can identify the agents, objects, or effect in a given statement. Next, a blacksmith hammers a hot piece of iron while making a tool. How does the force due to hammering affect the piece of iron? Now, the force due to hammering causes the change in the shape of the iron. The force due to hammering results in the changing of the shape of iron, and as a result the iron can be molded into thin sheets. Okay, and this property of iron is also known as malleability, because iron is a metal, and the property of changing the shapes of metal into sheets is known as malleability also. Now here we are studying about force. So this is the effect of force. Now next one is question number 7. An inflated balloon was pressed against a wall. Now what do you mean by inflated balloon? Filled balloon has been rubbed with a piece of synthetic cloth. It was found that balloon sticks to the wall. What force might be responsible for the attraction between the balloon and wall? So that force is simply due to charges. So electrostatic force is there. Okay, by rubbing the charged body produced, and this force is known as electrostatic force. This force is responsible for attraction. Name the forces acting on a plastic bucket containing water held above ground level in your hand. Discuss why the forces acting on the bucket do not bring a change in its state of motion. Now here, force of gravity acting downward. Number 2, muscular force of arms acting in upward direction. So two types of forces. One is the force of gravity, other is the muscular force. The two forces do not bring any change in the state of motion of bucket Now here the two forces do not bring any change in state of motion of bucket because both forces are equal and act in opposite direction and cancel the effect of each other. Okay, the force of gravity is opposite to the force of muscular arms. Now next in question number 9, a socket has been fixed upwards to launch a satellite in its orbit. Name the two forces acting on the rocket immediately after leaving the launching pad. Again you have to write down the nature of the two forces. First one is gravitational force. It is the force of earth which attracts everything towards itself. Second one is propelling of rocket, propelling force of gases. Emitted by combustion of fuels. And it is in upward direction. Okay, both the forces are in opposite direction. Next question. When we press the bulb of a dropper with its nozzle kept in water, air in the dropper is seen to escape in the form of bubbles. Once we release the pressure on the bulb, water gets filled in the dropper. The size of water in the dropper is due to what? It is due to atmospheric pressure. Now this is your NCERT solution, and in the next video I will provide you the most important questions of this chapter. I hope you are enjoying my videos, and the response of you people matters a lot for me. Wait for my next video. Till then, have a nice day.